Hello and welcome back to the fourth session on design thinking. So this is the fourth session where we will discuss about the design thinking process. As we discussed, design thinking is a very simple method and we are making that particular simple method very simpler. So quick recap, whoever have not seen the first three videos, they can subscribe to my channels and look at the design thinking playlist, or I already provided the link into the description so you guys can look at those videos. So the quick recap is design thinking. Design thinking is nothing but a process to solve the problem, and it is a human centric approach. So human or the users will be in the center and everything will be the outer area. We discuss about the steps, how can do the design thinking process, and those are chemistry, physics, mathematics and biology. Yes, those are science subject and those are our steps. We also discuss about some of the steps, like first step is the chemistry, where we need to grow the chemistry with the customers and understand the problems properly. So for that we discuss about the techniques like observations and then interviews and much more. And we have the artifacts of those particular techniques. Those are customer journey map, experience map and impact mapping. So those kind of things we get it from step one, like understanding the customers with the different techniques, and have the customer journey map as an artifacts from that particular step. Now that we used into the second step, that's called physics. We use those artifacts and we use the techniques on the physics side, like how might we and 5 whys. There are many techniques, but we use those tools and we prepare another artifacts for that particular step, and those are assumptions list, constraint list, goal of the projects that we all define, meaning the analysis documents that we did it, that we in the physics step. Today we will discuss about the step number 3, and that is called mathematics. Now, as we all know, mathematics is the brain of design thinking process. We need a creative mind in the mathematics to solve the customer problems. So this is mathematics is the step where we need to be creative. We need to solve the problems what we analyze in the previous steps, and we can do it with the different techniques and different methods as well. There are plenty of methods out there and we can do it. So let's dig into it to solve the problem. So let's say we'll take the same example, our favorite one, homemakers buying groceries. And what we have right now is we have customer journey maps from step one. We have the analysis doc, meaning the goal of the projects, and the assumptions and constraint if we have any, or conflict of interest. We already have those documents. Now we need to start solving those. Okay. So let's say for solving this, there are different techniques. Also in the mathematics, we have different techniques. Just like brainstorming, we can go ahead and do a brainstorming. 635. So 635 is a plan to get the ideas. We have Scamper and we have trees matrix and more, many more. There are many more techniques. We'll look into it one by one. And at the end of the solution, what we'll get is we'll get the list of features and we'll get the assumptions or constraints, anything, I mean for that particular idea. So in this step, what we will do is whatever documents currently we have it, analysis doc and customer journey map and everything, whatever we have prepared in the previous sessions, we will use that. We will use this particular techniques and we will prepare the artifacts for this particular step. So let's dig into it. So first technique, let's say brainstorming. Brainstorming is a technique which can be used to generate solutions or generate ideas, where we need to include peoples, all the peoples, even I could say we need to include customers and all the stakeholders if they are financing our project or anything. We need all the peoples to brainstorm the ideas. We will put our analysis document into the screen or into in front of us on the wall. We will do the brainstorming, but there are some do's and don'ts into the brainstorming sessions that we need to take care of. So do's are, we need to capture everything. If you think that this is negligible, no, we need to capture everything when we are thinking, analyzing and giving the solutions. And when we don't need to evaluate right away, no, we are just thinking and putting the things together, that's it. We don't need to evaluate right now, we just need to put our ideas there. Participations active has to be there won't be any force to participate anybody. If we are there in the meeting, let's say 10-20 people, we don't need to force them. And ask questions, don't judge the people or the questions. So if we do this and if we don't do this, in particular this techniques, we can get definitely a best ideas out of it. There are another method as we discuss about different techniques is 65. So this is nothing but an idea generation technique, and it's covers like 6 people, 3 ideas, 5 minutes. So we'll have 6 people, maybe 8 people, 10 people, but this is just a method. 6 people, will give them 5 minutes. They need to list out the 3 ideas, what they think individually, not in the group, so that we can get proper input from them. Trees matrix, another method is to generate the idea is the trees matrix, and this maybe I'll have a separate session on this. Trees matrix is the ultimate solution techniques that solve any problem in the world. It's related to science, it's related to technology, it's related to personal life, anything. Trees matrix give us the solutions or the pathway to solve the problems. There are 40 principle of trees is there also. I will create a separate video definitely on that if you guys need to look into it. But as of now, just we can refer this. Trees matrix can be used to get the ideas or solve the problems as well. And last but not the least, this is maybe all-time my favorite, Scamper. Scamper is a technique where we can think of out of box if we are thinking about any of the problems. Scamper is nothing but an acronyms and each acronyms this Scamper, SCAMPER, each acronyms we need to ask questions and then get the answers, and we need to evaluate one by one. So let's say S is nothing but an substitute, C is nothing but an combine. So let's say I'm thinking about any of the problem if I see it, then what should I do? First I need to think about any substitutes, if I can use the substitute, if there are available any substitutes over there in the world. Then next question is the combine. So I need to think about it, how can I combine this particular product, or maybe is there any product available that already combine and my solution is there if I am facing the problem. All the questions that I need to ask to myself, or whoever is doing the brainstorming sessions, they need to ask it. Next thing is adopt. Can I adopt any technology? Can I adopt anything that somebody else is doing it on my product? So those kind of things, if we ask questions, if we get some ideas over there. Then we have modify, if I can modify my product, anything else. Then we have put it to another use. Another use meaning where else my this particular product or problem will be there too. If there is another space where the same problem occurs or same solution can be used. So this is put it to another use. We have eliminate. We can eliminate some of the features, some of the ideas. So those kind of questions, we can eliminate this particular feature from it. So those particular things we can identify during this particular acronyms. And last but not the least, reverse. So R is the reverse, where we can think of the reverse way, not the front way. So this is the acronyms of this Scamper. This is by far my favorite method to solve any problems. If we have any problem, try it out yourself. If you have your own any problem, you can just put out the questions into the acronyms. You will get definitely a good answer. So I know these are the questions. So Scamper is a very deep technique where you need to ask questions and write the answers, and you will get, I am sure you will get multiple ideas. But that's okay. Some of the ideas may be feasible, may not be feasible. But here our goal is to generate as much as we can, ideas as much as we can. So Scamper will help us generating the ideas much more. So this way we can generate, these are the some techniques that I explain you to generate the ideas in the mathematical step. These are creative. This is also, sometimes we say that these are also may take time, because we need to think about the questions. Maybe we'll take an example of Scamper. We need to think about the questions on each of the acronyms. So it will take time. It is not an easy thing. So it will take time. We'll have maybe 100 or 200 solutions, but we need to choose some of it from it. So we need to eliminate, we need to reverse it. So this will take time, but this will give you the immense out of box ideas from everybody who is doing this activity. So let's say these are the activities we have done. What is the outcome of this particular activity? Let's say we talk about the 635 is camper, trees matrix, brainstorming. What will be the outcome of that particular thing? That particular thing outcome will be mostly one is the list of ideas, or list of features, or list of assumptions as well. Sometimes we assume that okay, we assume that homemakers will buy grocery from phone. They will not personally visit to the store. That we assume. So those kind of assumptions also we can get it. So let's say we take our problem homemakers buying groceries. We did the brainstorming together, assume that we did it, and we got the ideas. Ideas like how we can provide them unified portal to the homemakers so that they can find best deals. This is also one of the ideas that we can think about it into the techniques, and these are our artifacts. That this is the idea that can work. We had just an example, we had hundred of ideas, but we list down only couple over here, handful of ideas that we need to list it, and that can solve 80-20 rule, that can solve 80% of the customer's problem. We are not here to solve 100% of the problem. So let's say idea one is to unified portal. Second idea is to we need to same another portal or another app, but we need to make sure internally that we will price the groceries less than our competitors. So I mean that's idea. If it will work, not work, we don't know. But this is the idea that we can thought of. Maybe another thing we can have paid membership. So paid membership if you have, you will have the less price from the market. So these are the ideas we think about it and much more. But let's say we choose these three and we can take these three into the further steps of the design thinking process. Okay. And we need to choose handful of ideas. So maybe we will choose, let's say just an example, we'll choose first, maybe that will be the unified portal where just an idea that where user can see the groceries, user can see the competition pricing, and they can select which they need to buy it from where. So just an idea, we have put it one only sentences over here in the solution. Let's say for second idea, what we have put is there will be a grocery, there will be a grocery name and price, and that particular price will be, we will code our machine learning and AI will use that, and will take the competitor's price and we will put less price into the our new app. So this is a solution that we can think of. So this is the way we are currently thinking that can be the solution. We don't know it will work or not. We just think about it. We got out of the meeting and we got about these are the things that we can do. These are the list of ideas. So these are step number 3. So that, as I said, there are many methods to do it. Many methods are available for idea generation, idea techniques. But what please remember, we need to be effective, and effective can be done by executing it properly. Any idea, anything will work, but we need to execute it. We need to think properly on that, and we need to be creative on this particular thing. So we will cover the next step into the upcoming videos definitely. So we'll take the summary from this and we'll cover it into the next one. So what we did is in the step 3 we have different techniques of idea generation. We take the problems from physics analysis. We run through the brainstorming sessions and the idea generation techniques. We have artifacts. We have some of the ideas with us, and then now we will take that particular artifacts to the next step and we'll discuss more on that. Okay, see you. Bye bye.